Hello, everyone. Hello, stamping friends. My name is Terry Hartley at Rustic Barn Cards. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Iowa, and I'm so glad you're here to join me for some crafting. So let me just do a couple buttons so I can make sure that I see your comments. Okay. So today is Tuesday, November the 4th, and you'll see that up in one of the corners if you're watching this live. Otherwise, you're watching the replay. But either way, I appreciate you being here to spend a little crafting time with me. I don't know about you, but I know a lot of us we send out a lot of Christmas cards, right? And we need quick and easy Christmas cards, especially the more that you send, um, then you need to send quick and easy ones because it is very time consuming, but it is so great to be able to send out handmade cards. Hey, Maria, good to see you. So today I have a quick and easy Christmas card. It's a bookbinding card, and we're going to be using the Sending Cheer stamp set. So I will show you this quick and easy card, and you can use any designer series paper for the card. I'm going to be using the 6x6 Regals that's from the annual catalog, and which is on sale in my online store. And when I turn the camera down, I will share a little bit more about all the things that are discounted for today through Thursday, November 16th from Stampin' Up. Speaking of Christmas, I have already started. I'm guilty. I've already started watching Christmas movies and listening to Christmas music. I know Thanksgiving isn't even here yet, but I do have my house is decorated for Thanksgiving. I have not started decorating for Christmas, although I've been thinking about where I want to put the Christmas tree this year and do I want to add any extra decorations, etc. So I don't know if you have shifted towards to Christmas yet or not, but I have. But I still, of course, want to enjoy Thanksgiving. All right. Well, let me turn the camera down so we can. If I hit the right button, that might help, right? Okay, I wanted to tell you if you haven't heard that Stampin' Up! Is having a seasonal sale. So how awesome is that? That is from November 14th, so that's today and tomorrow and Thursday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of this week. And this is from the annual catalog. You can save 20% off of paper. That's designer series paper, cardstock, and specialty paper. 15% savings on your inks. That's the ink refills, your ink pads, your markers, and Stampin' Blends. And then 10% off ribbons and trims. So again, grab that annual catalog and make a wish list and put in your order to save. I have a little special going on because I'm going to sweeten the deal, and I'll tell you about that as we go. But I'm going to sweeten the deal if you place an order with me this week. We also have some new online exclusives. I just love these little furry friends, these little animals. And we have this can here, and I know some of you it's soda, and for some of you it's pop. And so I call it pop, but I know some people also call it soda. So check out the online exclusives, and you can go to my website here and see all of the online exclusives. It is not too late to sign up for my email to receive the 12 weeks of Christmas. This will be going, this week is week 8. It is going out in about 2 hours from now. So if you're listening to this go ahead and sign up for my email. It's in the description. Click on it. And if you miss this week, you'll get next week, and you'll have all the links to all of them. So you will, if you signed up now, you will still have access to all the previous weeks of Christmas and the upcoming ones. And I've teamed up with 2 other demonstrators bringing you the 12 weeks of Christmas, and that is a free video and a tutorial each week for 12 weeks. All right, let's do some stamping. So sending cheer is what we're going to be using. I'm going to be using this little present or gift box down here, and I have a tip about die cutting it. So I'll show you my first attempt, and then I'll show you how to correctly do that. And we will be using the sending cheer dies, and we're going to be using the die that cuts out the gift package, and then the little label from this we're going to use also. And we're going to be using Snowflake Sky embossing folder. So let me show you the first card. This is our sample card. So this is what we're going to make today. Only I'm going to switch it up a little bit, and we're going to use a different color for our card base. So again, this is a book binding. So the reason they call it a book binding is because it kind of opens like a book. You have like a book binding right here. So this is quick and easy. You can make multiples of these. And I am using, as I mentioned before, the Regal 6x6 Designer Series paper that is in our annual catalog that comes with Blueberry Bushel, Cajun Craze, Cherry Cobbler, Crushed Curry, Garden Green, Gorgeous Grape, Old Olive, Pretty Peacock, Real Red, and Shaded Spruce. So you have a lot of Christmas colors in here. I use Blueberry Bushel for this card base. And then I use Granny Apple Green and also Melon Mambo for here. So this is the card that we're going to make, only we're going to switch it up a little bit. And we're going to be using Crushed Curry. And we're going to be using 3 colors today: Blueberry Bushel, Granny Apple Green, and Crushed Curry. So I have a 4 1/4 by 11 cardstock of Crushed Curry, and then you'll want to score it at 5 1/2 and 4 1/4. So I am just going to go ahead and fold that over in half and bring in my bone folder. And then I'm going to go ahead and fold over on the other score line. And then we have this a space between the 2 score lines, and we're going to add some adhesive right in there. And that makes our little book binding. This is a rather new adhesive, so I don't want to get too much on there. Okay, now I'm just going to fold this over in half, just like this. Then use my bone folder. And just kind of hold that down a little bit. I'm going to let that dry just a few seconds. And I'm going to show you that you also need some Designer Series paper, and I'm using the Crushed Curry from the Regals. And this is 4 by 4. And of course, it's 2-sided, so you can decide which side you want to use. Then you're going to also need a 1 inch by 4 inch Designer Series paper. And you'll need some basic white in 4 by 4. You also need basic white 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. So you don't want to get these mixed up. The one that's larger is going to go inside our bookbinder. And then you're going to need a scrap of basic white to stamp our sentiment and our gifts. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to add, well, first of all, let's go ahead and open up our book. And then we're going to add this designer series paper right here. See if I can control that blue a little bit better. We'll place that right there. Then we're going to bring in, so I'm going to use the stripes. You could use any designer series paper that you wanted to. I wanted to kind of use some different colors than just the green and the red for Christmas today. And then the smaller of the two, the 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, we are going to place that in our embossing folder. And if you notice in this embossing folder, it's all snowflakes, but there's less snowflakes at the top than there are at the bottom. So you can decide if you want a lot of snowflakes to put it more towards the bottom, or you can slide it up to the top if you want less snowflakes. And so then I'm going to run that through the cut and emboss, and then this is what you have. And we're going to place this right on top of our designer series paper. I'm turning it around to make sure that I like it like that. So where the snowflakes are. So we'll just add some adhesive. So we're getting this set up, and then we're going to do some stamping. So we have our card base, and we'll be adding inside. So I'm going to bring in that scrap of basic white, and we are going to start out with a blueberry bushel gift. So I'm going to bring in our image. I'm going to ink this up. And what I like about the photopolymer, you can see if you have enough ink on there or not. Sometimes I don't clean my stamps till after my live, but I have to reuse this. So I'm going to bring in my chamois. And then I'm going to bring in Granny Apple Green. And I noticed when I was practicing that I forgot, but I should have taken my ink refill, because I think I need to add needs a little more ink on here, but we'll try to pick up as much ink as we can. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Then we're going to clean. I just have my chamois in a clear container that you can buy just about anywhere. And then our third gift box is going to be crushed curry. I'm going to stamp that again because Maybe it wasn't quite dry. So let's try that one more time. That's a little better. All right, you have that. Now we're going to come back with the ribbon and the bow. Well, I can just leave this out because we are going to use crushed curry for 2 of the boxes. So here is the image. Like I got a little extra ink here when I was... Okay, so here is our image. And I'm going to go ahead and ink this up in the crushed curry. And I am going to line this up on the blueberry bushel gift. If you don't get it perfect, that's okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and do crushed curry on the Granny Apple Green present. Then we're going to change colors. For the crushed curry. I don't want crushed curry on crushed curry. I want it to kind of stand out a little bit. So we're going to bring the blueberry bushel back in. Ink off there. Okay, we're going to pick up some blueberry bushel. And this is the one that we like the best. So we will go ahead and line that up just like that. And then I will clean this stamp really quick. And we have one more. We have to stamp the sentiment. And we are going to bring in, since we would have had enough room, but since I stamped this twice, I'm just going to go ahead and bring another scrap of basic white in. And we are going to go ahead and let's see which color we should use for our sentiment. We have crushed curry, blueberry, bushel, and a Granny Apple Green. So I think we're going to do blueberry bushel. I like that. All right, so let me grab for you. And we'll stamp that right there. Then here is that label. And you want to slide that over so the U is closest to the end. So you have a little more room over here. And run this through the cut and emboss machine. And then it will look like this. Now, I told you that I wanted to give you a trick. I have these already cut out, but we are going to die cut one out so I can show you the trick, or a little tip rather, not necessarily a trick, but a tip, because this is my first attempt. It came out like this, and that's not what I wanted, right? Because you can see that the ribbon, the green is, anyway, this is definitely not right. So let me show you a little tip. So we are going to die cut one out, and I'm going to bring in my mini cut and emboss machine. And we have plate 1. And how I know that, it tells you right here. So you have, when you receive your cut and emboss machine, it's already on here for you. And I usually have these marked. We have 2, because I'm the kind of person that I use one for the bottom, one plate for the bottom, one for the top. Some people rotate. So it's just whatever that you would like to do. So the trick is, you see these are kind of like solid here, these little 1, 2, and 3. You want to line them up in the white space. So they will be lined up in the white between the bows. So you line them up, and then I like to take, you can take washi tape. I have some little sticky notes. Let's kind of hold this down. Make sure that I get it like I want. Okay. And then, of course, you have to make sure then that we get this lined up down here, the bottom too. There we go. I think this is going to work. Then we're going to put our plate on top, and then we'll just run this through. Take off those little sticky notes. And there you have this already die cut, ready to add to your card. So again, the trick is just to make sure, or the little tip. The little tip is these little kind of like solid, they need to go in between these. So they'll cut those out, and then you have your nice ribbon. All right, well, let me go ahead and bring in our inside layer. Now on this card, I just stamped it on the inside. But since I just die cut this out, we're just going to go ahead and just adhere this in our card. So you can die cut an extra one, or you can stamp it. Probably need to check because sure that this is correct. And it is, because this is a 4x4, so it is going to be no matter which way you turn it. Okay, we're going to put that right inside. So we're going to add some adhesive. And again, on the first card, I stamped, and then I decided I would just use the extra one that we die cut out, because I have the others already die cut out for us. This just gives you another option, right? Now I'm going to bring in our little presents and the for you, and then we're going to put this together. Hi, Connie. Oh, I'm glad you're not too late, just in time. So now we're going to add our little gift boxes, and we are going to add we're going to add some dimensionals on the back. So we'll bring in some dimensionals. Let's see. I want the one that's the crushed curry in the middle. Okay. All right. So we are going to go ahead. I think we're going to start. We're going to like kind of not make them even, but kind of stagger them a little bit. All right. So that means we are going to start with the blueberry bushel. Take the backings off, and I'll place it up here. Then we're going to come back with the crushed curry that matches our cardstock, and it's the one that I'm going to put in the middle. Then we're going to use the granny apple green, and I'm going to tuck that under and kind of just slant it a little bit to the right. And then we're going to add our For You, but I'm going to bring in some glossy dots. And I'm going to go ahead and add that right now. I want that. So we're going to put that right over that opening. And then you can take a dimensional or you can add adhesive. I'm going to bring in my, I'm not dimensional. Well, you could pop it up with a dimensional, but I'm going to bring a glue dot. That's what I'm going to use because I don't want it popped up. And I'm going to place it right there for you. So here you have, I do too, Connie. I love these little gift boxes. They're so cute. That's okay. We're on different time zones or different, yes, on different times, Connie. So it's hard to remember. Okay, so here is our, now you could add more embellishments if you wanted to. So here is our bookbinding card. And I told you about the special that Stampin' Up! Has going on right now, the seasonal sale. And I told you I was going to sweeten the deal, and I am. And what I'm going to do is if you place a $35 order with me using the link, it's in the description, whether you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube. You need to use the host code, and I have the link with the host code attached, but place a $35 order with me through midnight on Friday, November 17th, and I will send you the pre-cut cardstock, the embossed cardstock, and the paper that you're going to need to make 4 cards. You will receive enough to make 2 of this design and 2 of this one. And the designs are really the same except for the different colors. But if you're making Christmas cards, a lot of us like to use the same design, right? So again, there is more information in the description, but I just wanted you to know if you place a $35 order with me, I will send you a kit that will have the pre-cut cardstock and the embossed piece and the designer series paper. So, hi, Mandy. Oh, good. I'm glad you like it. I also wanted to say that I appreciate all of your orders and all of my customers, and I appreciate the support of my small business. So thank you very much. If you're watching this, please, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube, give me a like or a thumbs up, and please subscribe. I really appreciate that. And if you could reach out to one person today that might like to watch that likes crafting and tell them about Rustic Barn cards, I would appreciate that. So again, I'd love to send a kit to you to make 4 cards, 2 of each, and you'll also, of course, get envelopes. If you place a $50 order or more, then I will also send a package of embellishments to you. I'm Terry Hartley at Rustic Barn Cards. Thanks for spending some time with me out of your day. I appreciate it. I'll be back next Tuesday at 1 p.m. Central. Have a blessed week, and bye for now.